Hi, I'm Zeba from Kindergarten Cafe, and today let's talk about how to set up a calm corner. Calm corner, cozy corner, take a break space. It has a million names for it, but the name doesn't really matter. You can call it whatever you want. I personally like to call it in my classroom control spot because the role of the spot is to get your body in control, to get your feelings in control, to get your choices in control. And so I call it the control spot. However you want to call it, it doesn't matter. I'm going to call it probably calm corner in here, but take a break space, cozy spot, whatever you want to call it works. But every classroom should have a space for children to go when they're feeling dysregulated. Every space, not just every classroom, every space in the building should have this space. And I'm going to tell you how easy it is to set it up, what you need, and how to manage it. So, first, what do you need for your calm corner? Not much. You really don't need anything. You want to put your spot in an area of the classroom where you can see it from wherever you are as the teacher, but there's some privacy for the children who are in the spot, so other children aren't looking around and watching. It's nice to have a comfy chair, a separate chair, a bean bag works, a pillow. It can be down, low in a little like cubby area. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or anything overwhelming. And you really don't need anything. And whatever tools you do have in there, you're going to need to teach students how to use them appropriately, or else they will treat them as toys and start fooling around and being unexpected in the area, not using it as you need them to self-regulate. So I'm going to teach you my two favorite tools and how I teach them how to use it. So the first tool that I highly recommend, I have it right here in front of me, it's called a breathing ball. And you can get them on Amazon in my Amazon store. They're just expandable little plastic balls. And the idea is that it's a visualization for the students on breathing out, breathing in, and their lungs filling up with air, and breathing out and their lungs releasing the air. So we practice this all the time. We'll do different greetings with the ball, or we just practice it at random times. But I let everyone have a chance to practice it before I put it into the calm corner. And so again, we all do it together where we expand out and we breathe in. And then when we push it back in, we breathe out. And so this is there to help them really visualize their deep breathing that they need to be doing in this space to help them calm down. And so they should be doing it slowly to, match their breathing and not, going too fast, because then it starts to become a toy, not a tool. So we have a lot of discussions about that. Tool, not a toy, but it's a great visualization for the deep breathing strategies. My next all-time favorite, hands down, tool that you can have in your take a break space is a glitter jar. And I love the glitter jar. You can make one at home. You need some glitter glue, some extra glitter, some dishwashing soap, food coloring, water, and you're good to go. You can find a ton of recipes online, but it's as simple as that. And, I recommend a clear plastic bottle. This one has a little color to it, but that's okay. And yeah, so the glitter inside the jar, I tell the students, represents the neurons inside our brain that are just firing away, going when we're upset. And it's hard to think straight. It's hard to make a plan. It's hard to understand what's going on. It's hard to see clearly when we're really upset. But as we start to take deep breaths, we notice the glitter starts to settle and fall down. And you can start to see through the glitter a little bit. And the students shake it up. Then they take some deep breaths and they watch the glitter settle. And when the glitter is all towards the bottom, they're done, they're calm, they're ready to continue on with their day. And it actually acts as a natural timer for the students. So a lot of teachers ask me, well, what happens when a student spends all day in the control spot? What happens when a student is there, the entire lesson? Well, here's your answer. Once the glitter settles, that's their timer. They're ready to come back. And you talk to them about how this is a space where we get our bodies in control, our feelings in control, and when we're feeling like we're ready to learn again, it's after the glitter has settled and we've taken deep breaths, we're ready to learn. Our body is calm and we're ready. Okay. You can use an actual sand timer as well for keeping kids on track that are having a hard time with not using the space too much, but I would not use that right away for everyone. I would use it as a consequence if kids are really there for too long. I would talk to them about it and say, hey, I've noticed you in the control spot for all of math every day, it seems like. What's going on? Why do you think that is? And then talk about, well, what could we do about that? Well, what if we had a 5-minute timer and you could spend the first 5 minutes there, but then that's it. You can't go back. What do you think? Should we try that? That's what I would do. Only after you noticed a pattern with students abusing the center. I don't think that will really happen though if you do your proactive job of teaching students how to use the calm corner before you expect them to use it independently. Just like with all of our school materials and tools and routines, they need time to practice using the area and practice using it expectedly. So after I introduce the area, every single student gets a chance to go there and explore and sit there and practice with it. And then, I send the next student in and the next student, and everyone gets a chance to practice it. And this really helps students use it appropriately and expectedly. Occasionally, I'm talking once every couple of years, I have a student that goes there a lot, too much, taking away from their learning, maybe avoiding the academic work by using the space. Well, then we have that sit down conversation I talked about where they maybe have to use a sand timer, or they have to maybe earn the time, in the control spot. They earn the break time, or it might be a symptom of other issues. It might be that they are avoiding the work for a reason. It's the work too hard for them. Are they struggling with focusing on their work? How can you support them in that area as well, as opposed to taking away this space that is really beneficial to all students and is necessary in every classroom? Instead of taking that away, how can you support them with the reason why they're using it so much? So, like I said, every classroom space, every school space should have this space for students when they're dysregulated, so they can go when they're upset, when they're feeling frustrated or hurt. Sometimes when my students are upset, they go there, they calm down, they come back, they're good to go. That's all they needed. Just today, I had a student look very frustrated. She had a, very frustrated face on, and I said, "You look angry. You look like you're having a hard feeling. Go to the control spot." And she went and she sat there for a little while, and then she came back, and I said, "Do you want to talk about it?" And she said, "Yeah, I was mad because I was told I could have orange juice, and then by the time I got there, there was no more orange juice." And I said, "That is frustrating. That is frustrating when that happens. You thought you were going to get orange juice and you didn't. Thank you for telling me." And that was that. She didn't need anything else. She was ready to start her day, right? So it is a really important space in the classroom environment to help students be successful and manage their emotions. And if you're looking for more help with helping students manage their emotions, self-regulate, teaching them all kinds of social skills, I have a free guide to teaching an effective social emotional lesson, because all students benefit from explicit instruction on social emotional skills. So you can get this free guide with the link below, and I will see you in the next video.